What's going on, YouTube? Joe Miner 3131 back again with another NHL main slate breakdown for Sunday, October 27th, 2018. We get a 5-game main slate we're looking at, and I'm coming to you live right now on the DFS Quarry channel here on YouTube. I'll be running solo again tonight, so we will use the screen share once again. And we'll see how everything works out. We'll dive into some picks here. Quick talk about my night here so far. As we sit here, let's just put it this way. Not good, man. Oh, jeez. I got absolutely crushed. I played Domingue in the net for Tampa Bay. At the end of the second period, it's 5-0. I played Tuukka Rask. I played some Boston. They got shut out. I got the Pens going yet. Don't know how that's going to work out. It's later on in the first period. No goals scored yet there. Got to ask a question today about Pedersen and Besser coming back for Vancouver. I made a strong stance on that, and I took the wait and see approach to see how they all come back together, mesh back together. So we'll see how that works out. I like Pedersen a lot. Not much of a fan of Besser, but Pedersen is nice. So yeah, my day DFS wise was over a long time ago, man. So whatever. Luckily, I didn't play near as much as I would normally play. I was pretty busy. Weekends are busy for me. That's why I'm so late tonight here. I only get Saturdays off, so it's kind of a rush for me. Getting everything in that I need to get done throughout the week, whatever. So it is what it is. It's just shitty week all the way around. But whatever. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this 5-game main slate here. It is what it is. It's a pretty good slate. There's a lot of plays, so let's jump into it here. Get the screen share up and running here. All right. First up, we have the Dallas Stars heading into Detroit to take on the Red Wings. We have a over-under of 6 in this game. Dallas is a -147 visiting favorite. Let's get started right away. Bishop is confirmed in the net for Dallas. He's one of 2 confirmed goalies out of all 5 games. Howard is projected. These are all according to Left Wing Lock. Sort of where I go for that for the most part. Bishop is in play. Howard is not. For me, this top line, be it expensive with Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, and you got some savings there with Justin Dowling. On dailyfaceoff.com here, we're looking at this was updated October 25th. So that was a couple days ago here as we sit. You want to run that top stack, I'm okay with that. For me, it's Benn and Seguin, probably more as one-offs. But if you see here, man, Spezza, pretty hot. So I did write him down. I'm going to look into him a little bit more. But over the past 5 games, he got 2 goals, 3 assists, 10 shots, and 3 blocks with a power play point. So he's got a low floor, as it sets right now over the last 5 games. Whatever. But I think he's in play. Tyler Pitlick, he was couple games ago here up on the first line. He had a real good game when he was up on the first line with the other 2. machines here, Ben and Seguin. They moved him down to the second line. I don't like it as much, but he's cheap at 3,500. So Devon Shore, again, he's 3,200. These prices might be a little bit different since we're looking at the night before. So um, if they're not exact, don't hold it against me. It's the website, not me. Um, so I don't mind pairing Spezza and Pitlick together against Detroit here. It'd be okay in my eyes. Blake Como, looks like he's got, he's 10 shots over the last 5 games with a block and a goal. I won't mind taking a shot on him at 2,900. That would be fine with me. Pretty much it here. So as far as that goes, it's really the way I'm looking at this. If I want to run that top line stack, fine. But it's really Ben, Seguin, Spezza, and Pitlick. With a little bit of Como, maybe, as far as stacking it up goes. Defensively, I like Lindell, 3,500. I love that price. John Klingberg, man, he's been hot too. 12 shots, 3 blocks, 2 goals, 2 assists in the last 5 games, which includes 2 power play goals. He's up there with the top echelon of defensemen so far this year as we're getting going here. So I don't mind him too much at 6,500. 5-game slate, you're going to have to keep him in play. But my play here defensively is Miro Heiskanen. I like him a lot at 4K. I like the shots he's taken with blocks. So shots and blocks combined, you're looking at 16. So you're looking at a floor of about 1.5 points here over the last 5 games. He's more in play on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings, but I'm going to play him anyway on DraftKings. And one other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to rewatch my video before I build my lineups tomorrow. I've not been doing that. And as I'm looking at my DraftKings account today, man, I'm really suffering from it. I don't know, man. Really disappointed. I called a couple that, Montreal plays there, man. Did okay picking out the St. Louis guys too, but just didn't run them, and I should have. I'm paying for it. Now I wasn't on Arizona, as far as that goes, very much. I don't think so anyway. They just 5 goals, man. They go from not being able to score a goal in a game, man, at all. Now they're 5 on Tampa Bay. It's crazy, and it's not like Domingue. Them first 3 goals, dude. Domingue had no chance. I mean, I didn't think that Victor Hedman being out was going to make that much of a difference, or with Palat being out, it was going to. Tampa Bay, man, it's just they're reeling right now, man, bad. So whatever, they deserve to be getting crushed right now. But back to this game here, I like this top power play unit here with Ben, Seguin, and Spezza. That's more why I'm on that 3 pairing right there. If we jump into, let me see here if we can just jump over here real quick. We'll see how often Detroit is on the penalty kill here. Detroit, oh yeah, they're up there at the top. Looks like they're about 7th as far as being on the penalty kill. Their average is about 6.5 minutes a game on the kill. So you're looking at 3 to 4 power play chances for Dallas. If that happens to be the way that it does work out, yeah, I like Dallas in this one, guys. Looking pretty heavy too. I don't mind that 6 over under. It might not get over. It might just meet that 6. 4-2 for Dallas probably is where I'm leaning. We'll jump over and take a look at Detroit here right quick. And Jared just texted me and said, "Lightning, you suck." Apparently he was on the Lightning today too, huh? And I agree with him, man. They're just killing me, dude. It is what it is, man. I'd rather be here sweating some good lineups with you guys, but I'm not, dude. I'm honestly getting pounded. That's variance. I just have to chalk it up to that and let it go. And we take a look at Detroit here. I wrote down their top power play line with Bertuzzi, Larkin, and Helm. Just because, I mean, I think that if the goals are going to come, that's where it's going to come from. But this Athanasiou here that we're looking at has 4 goals, 1 assist, 21 shots, 2 power play points in the last 5 games. It's pretty good, man. Just in the shots alone, we're looking at 4 shots a game on average. This gives you a pretty decent floor of 2. So that 5,200 price tag, I don't mind that too much. I think that's in play. But really, that's what I'm looking at, man. It's really just Larkin, I think, for myself, and Athanasiou. And defensively, I like Cholowski. Again, this past 5 games here, he's got a goal, 2 assists, 14 shots, 9 blocks, and 3 power play points. Very, very, very cheap on FanDuel, 3,700. Price tag on DraftKings at 5,100. That's a huge difference, man. So I definitely like him on FanDuel a lot. Definitely think he's in play there. And like I said before, we got Jimmy Howard projected in the net, so I'm not on him at all. That Athanasiou and Cholowski are paired up on the second power play unit too, which is interesting. I could see them going in a lineup as a pair for me, just to run it back if I don't play Bishop and I play some Dallas. So if I said I run Benz again, Spezza, Klingberg, I think we might be able to run it back with these guys, but probably still a little bit too expensive to do that with. Really handcuff you on the rest of your plays, the rest of the in your lineup build there. So not really too interesting here in Detroit at all. But again, look at what Arizona is doing to Tampa today. So that's variance, man. That's why these guys play these games. But that's it for me. It's really just Athanasiou and Cholowski from Detroit. I like Benz again, Spezza, and Klingberg a lot for Dallas, and I like Heiskanen too. So it's pretty much where I am on those games. I like Bishop in the net too, which is, Big Ben Bishop, man. He's playing good this year, so I think he's in play. I wouldn't mind that at all. Next game, New York Islanders heading into Carolina to take on Carolina Hurricane. Sorry, Calgary Flame. Wow. What do I look at? Oh, the Islanders. Whew. The Islanders played really well today. I think it was a 6-1 win for them against Philly. I don't know if it's more on the Islanders just playing well or Philly's just struggling here. So, I mean, I do have some interest in the Islanders here just because. Why wouldn't I? I like the top line with Lee, Nelson, and Bailey, but I prefer the second line with Beauvillier, and Barzell, and Eberle. So if it's me playing the Islanders, I'm definitely going to target that second line. That's where I'm going to want to go. But this game does have an over-under of 6, and you got Carolina as a minus 189 favorite. And I'm thinking that's because that the Islanders are on a back-to-back, which I didn't write down. Let me write that down. So maybe that's the way they're going. Goalie-wise, we have Grice confirmed. He is our second confirmed goalie, and that's the last confirmed goalie of the night. So it's Bishop and Grice are the confirmed. And they're projecting Mrazek to be in the net. We'll have to pay attention to that. It could be, it could not be. I like the Islanders more if it is Mrazek. If it happens to be McElhinney, I'll take a shot on him probably and kind of maybe tamper my expectations just a little bit on the Islanders because I do think that McElhinney is a better goalie than what Mrazek is. It's probably an argument waiting to happen for somebody, but that's just my personal opinion. And that's it. That's the 6-4s I want off this game at all that I have any interest in. It's just them top two lines, but primarily 80 to 90, 95% of my interest is the second line, as it looks like Minnesota just finished up and finished off the Avalanche. Way to go. Letty, I have him wrote down defensively only because he's on a power play. He's getting 22 minutes. And he's only 3,400. So if I do need this kind of savings to fit stuff in, Letty's in play. And I did play Thomas Hickey. He did hit value. I think he exceeded value actually today when I played him. So I'll have some interest going back there as long as his price doesn't really climb all that much. And power play, Barzal, Eberle, I like them. Like I said, they're coming off that second line. But Anders Lee and Bailey, that's a pretty cheap power play unit as a whole. You could run that as like a mega stack in DraftKings. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Second power play unit, not near as enticing, and you know what I mean? Not near as appealing. So I'm not really into that too much. And Grice, I don't think so, man. I think I'll stay away from the goalies all the way around. Let's go ahead and Google advertisements, man. We'll jump over here to Carolina, the Hurricanes, and we'll take a look at them right quick. Let's get the stats up. And guys, there's no preference here between daily face-off for me or left wing lock. You guys can use whatever you want. I just prefer left wing or dailyfaceoff.com for what I'm doing right now because I don't have to change pages. If I was using left wing lock to do that, to look at the power play unit and the even strength lines, I would have to change pages, and that just runs a risk of glitching it more and more of the show. Pennsylvania internet, buddy, especially in the rain. Top line here is very appealing, but also pricey. Ferland, Oho, Teravainen. My personal liking again is the second line here. Fogarty, Stahl, Williams. I like that a lot. That second line, that's where my interest is for Carolina. Svechnikov does have 9 shots, getting 13 minutes, 3,900. Not certain I want to go there, but he's pretty close to being fairly priced. Not a problem with that. Him again here, 2,800. He scored the other day. He's got 12 shots on the last 5 games too. So at 2,800, I don't mind that. Roughly the same amount of ice time as Svechnikov. So, and then we got Zykov here. I know I've talked about him on here before. I do like him a lot. I was playing him at 2,700, and he was producing 3,300. I mean, I'm not saying I would stay off of that completely, but it does tamper my interest in him some slightly, I guess you would want to say. Defensively here, my two guys are Dougie Hamilton and Justin Falk. Really only 2 defensemen I'm interested in off this team. And, you know, these other guys are cheap, which is fine. Van Riemsdyk, you know, he's getting averaging about a point a game. So whatever, you could take a chance on him. I'm really not liking the value there with him. Like I said, my interest is in Falk and Hamilton, and both of these guys are on the power play units. You got Falk up on the top unit. You got Zykov up there on the top unit too at 3,300. So with that being those two guys up there, Williams 4,900, you could get this whole top line in, this whole top power play line in. We wouldn't have a problem with that. And again, we'd have to take a look to see if New York's taking a lot of penalties or not before we try to lock that in. Try to get an idea of what the implied total is going to be. I mean, basically, the way it's set up now, you're looking at a 4-2 game, probably Carolina side. But I don't want the goalies in this one, so I don't mind a game stack here. I think you can fit it. You got Hamilton's on that second power play unit. Real good power play looking, or real good looking power play unit here too. With the second line, I don't mind that at all. And wait a minute, what's this? Darling? I'm really gonna have to dig into this. Let me write this down here. They're showing Scott Darling on Daily Face-Off. So if it is Scott Darling, when was this updated here? Sorry, this was updated 26 too, so that was yesterday. Um, hmm. He's just coming back from a pretty significant injury. Um, if it happens to be him, hmm, I'm not certain. I gotta dig into him. I try to put something out on Twitter on the channel, on the on the DFS Quarry channel's Twitter page, and we'll try to discuss him throughout the day tomorrow. Um, I will be at work, so I'll have all kinds of time, really no interruptions to look at him, look into him a little more. So Darling could be in play for me. I'm not going to rule him out yet. So, but with that being said, the Carolina 4-2 in this game is the way I'm looking at it. If it is Darling, I think I like that a lot more. If it's Mrazek, they can score more than 2 goals on Mrazek. I don't like him. But next game up, we got the Edmonton Oilers. I believe that they're on a back-to-back too. Heading into Chicago, who is, let me just look. I gotta be certain of this, man. You guys are wrong information. Oilers are on a back-to-back, and and Chicago is also on a back-to-back tomorrow. That's what I thought. Sorry, I should have had all this guys done ahead of time. I don't. What can I say to you? Whatever. Edmonton, they're pretty hot. I mean, obviously, if you're gonna play Edmonton, you kind of got to go with McDavid. These guys are expensive on that top line, but with Yamamoto being only 4,600, it makes it a little easier to fit in. So realistically, the guys I want to look at off Edmonton is Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, Yamamoto, and I like Draisaitl a lot off the second line. This guy right here, Chasen, um, whatever. He's only getting 10 minutes of ice time. He's got 3 goals, on 3 shots. Come on now. Um, that's what you call extreme efficiency, and it cannot remain. Could it happen again tomorrow? Yes. Could he score a goal on 1 shot? Yes. Could he score 2 goals on 2 shots? Absolutely. But I mean, you can't figure that to continue to uh, progress in that way. I don't see it. Tobias Reeder, his numbers are a little inflated, I think, because of the Pittsburgh game, which he, you know, plays incredible. I don't understand what it is. Sometimes these guys just play certain teams extremely well. For Tobias Reeder, it is depends. So, and not really a whole lot of interest in him. Maybe though. Lucic, I think he scored today. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't get to watch the game, but I think I heard that. So it's really those 4 guys for me. Defensively, I'm interested a little bit here. I like Clefbaum at this price, man. 5,400. I think he's definitely in play. And I also like Adam Larson here. 17 blocks in the last 5 games, man. 17 blocks. Guy ain't to throw. He's not afraid to throw it out there. Both these guys on FanDuel are cheaper, so I like them. And I do like Kurt Russell here. He's getting almost 21 minutes of ice time. He had 19 blocks in the last 5 games, plus 6 shots and 3 assists. Darnell Nurse, a little more expensive, but you're looking at 12 shots, 11 blocks. So these guys defensively are very interesting. I like them a lot. I like the fact that we got Clefbaum up there on that top power play unit with McDavid. Always a chance to score or grab an assist when you're running with McDavid. As far as that second line goes, no interest in stacking that second power play line at all. And uh, goalie wise, I believe it's going to be Talbot because I'm pretty certain it was Koskinen in the net today. So, whatever. I mean, Talbot's given up 2.75 goals per game on average. So maybe, but not really. I mean, so far to me, it's really Bishop. And got to dig into Darling. Take a look at him. And Chicago here. They did score some goals today. Last I seen, they were at like 3 goals. I don't know what they finished with. Um, kind of quit paying attention to everything when I started getting ready to do the show here. So, DeBrincat, Tays, and Dominic Cahoon on that top line. That's whatever. If you want to take a shot on them, you can. The 3 guys, I'm only interested in 3 forwards off of here at all, and it's the second line. I'm not really a fan of that top line, so maybe pay attention. You might want to play it because I'm not a fan. And I just get burnt that way. I like Side. Don't know how he pronounces that. Uh, Anisimov. I like him. 4,100. And Patrick Kane. Obviously, this guy's, man, he's a machine. Playing out of his mind right now. So I do like them 3 guys a lot from Chicago. And only one guy defensively for me, and it's Eric Gustafsson. I do like him. He's getting 21 minutes of ice time, 4,400, 9 blocks, 9 shots, and an assist in the last 5. And he does get power play time. I think Gustafsson. Yes, he does get power play time with the Brincat, Saad, Toes, and Cajon. So they're in play. But here's the thing, guys. Let me get here. Corey Crawford, I believe, started today. And if he did start today, obviously we'll know once I get back in here and take a look at it. Dude, Cam Ward in the net. If Cam Ward is in the net, give me all the Edmonton. We discussed this the other night when Chicago was playing somebody. I believe it was the Rangers. And I won't go away from that. Cam Ward averaging 5 goals against this year. He sucks, man. Please, if Cam Ward is in the net, man, right? If he is in the net, let's line up Edmonton any which way we can. We want to get McDavid in there. I think McDavid tomorrow has a great chance of a hat trick. No problem if Cam Ward is in net. If he doesn't get a hat trick, I could see McDavid scoring 2 goals and having 2 assists. I mean, McDavid could have a double-digit game tomorrow. So I know he's very expensive, but don't rule him out. There's ways to fit him in there, man. So McDavid is certainly in play, and Cam Ward is absolutely not in play. Period. I don't think Chicago can keep up scoring-wise if Cam Ward is in net to win this game at all either. I like Edmonton for the win, no matter who starts. As far as picking a score here at all, I'm going to give you the score based on Cam Ward starting. And if Cam Ward does start, I like 6-1 Edmonton. Maybe 6-2 Edmonton. But I think, the players on Chicago aren't stupid. They know Ward sucks, man. So maybe they don't get up quite as hyped up to play Edmonton tomorrow because Ward is starting. People say that's not a thing. These guys get paid to do a job. Well, guess what? You and I get paid to do a job too. Every single day we go to work. That doesn't mean that we work the same way every single day we go to work, man. Some days are better than others. Some days we feel a lot better than others. Some days we know our boss ain't there. so we kind of dig off. Some days we're just pissed off and we don't care. And I think as players, they're human beings too. How can they not feel the same way, man? I don't care how much money you make. Sometimes, man, you're just down and out and you don't want to play because the goalie in the net behind you sucks. And it doesn't matter how many goals you score, you know that he's going to give up too many goals for you guys to get the win. Um, that can happen. So if it is Ward, I do like the 6-2 Edmonton. And that's a long way of telling you I like Edmonton 6-2. Let's move on to the next game, man. San Jose minus 121 favorite heading into Anaheim to take on the Anaheim Ducks. We have a 5.5 over under in this game. A little low. But we know that Anaheim isn't pounding out the goals right now. I kind of like San Jose here. It's supposed to be Jones projected. They have Jones is projected for San Jose, Gibson for Anaheim. I got more interest in San Jose, even though I do think that Gibson is he proved me wrong all year. Coming into this season, I didn't like him at all, but he seems to be playing pretty well. So with that being said, obviously San Jose's top line is fine with Kane, Pavelski, and LeBanc, I think is how they pronounce that. That's fine with me, but I'm not there. I'm on the second line again. I'm a lover of second lines. Tomas Hertl, Logan Couture, and Timo Meier. Meier's playing out of his mind. Couture playing out of his mind. And Hertl playing out of his mind, man. I mean, these guys are all in play. You'll see when you take a look at the numbers for yourself. You will fall towards that second line, too, if you're going to run a line stack. Awesome line stack. Line 2 for San Jose. Jonas Donskoy. And before I talk about Donskoy here, San Jose will not be my diamond stack. That's sort of cheating in my eyes. I mean, you can't run them as a diamond stack. Even though they're line 2, I could pick them as far as our own game rules go, but I'm not taking them. Donskoy here, I always have interest in him, man. He doesn't get quite the minutes the other guys are getting, but that's okay because he's still producing with what he's getting. 2 goals, 2 assists, 9 shots, 4 blocks, 2 power play points in the last 5 games. It's quite impressive for getting only just under 15 minutes a game. 4,100 on FanDuel, so he's $200 less than DK. Doesn't draw me near as much towards him on FanDuel as what I would normally be with him being underpriced on FanDuel, but it's still something to take into consideration. DraftKings does a better job pricing these players out than FanDuel does. If you guys played on both sites at any given time for any amount of time, you guys know that DraftKings does a way better job as far as hitting these guys for closer to value price. Makes your work a little harder, makes the game a little more difficult. And by FanDuel not doing that, it increases the variance a little bit too much on FanDuel. I'm a fan of both sites. Don't get me wrong. I just prefer to play different sports on the different sites. That's all. Hockey for me, I prefer the DraftKings setup over the FanDuel setup. Defensively here, I like 3 guys. I like Burns. Obviously, he's expensive. I still don't care. I like Carlson. Not near as expensive, 5,700. Probably where I'm going to land. The other guy is Vlasic, man. Vlasic is 13 shots and 10 blocks in the last 5 games. Odds tell us that, getting that many shots, eventually one's going to fall. Hopefully I am on him when it happens. With the 10 blocks, he's averaging 2 blocks a game. So it's you're looking at a 1 there. So all we need is really to, just get a goal or an assist or something like that for that 3,900. That'll pay off quite nicely. And power play here, top line's a machine. Very expensive, though. Pretty hard to stack that one up. You'd be cutting yourself short. Second line, much, much, much easier to fit all these guys in. And you do have Vlasic on that second power play unit at 3,900. That's great. 4,300 for Donskoy. That's great. I think that's in play for certain. And like I said, it's supposed to be Martin Jones. I wouldn't have a problem playing Jones. I think he's in play. I just don't know if Anaheim was able to increase their shots at all. It's something I'll have to look into before I decide whether or not I'm going to settle on Jones. Anaheim side, we're going to rip through this right quick because I am not on them at all. I like a total of 2 forwards and 1 defenseman off of Anaheim, and I'm not changing that at all. My 2 forwards are Getzlaf and Raquel. It's only interest I really have. Ryan Kessler, if you want to take a shot, I won't talk you off of him, but I'm not there. Just not going to do it. It's for me, it's Getzlaf and it's Raquel, and that's it. Just double checking here. Yeah. I mean, Sam Still's cheap enough at 2,700. A Berg is cheap enough at 2,700. Ben Street, 2,800. I think he scored his goal for the year already, so it's just not there for me. And as far as defensively, I like Cam Fowler at 4,300, 10 shots and 10 blocks the past 5 games plus 2 assists. But just with the shots and blocks, if he's averaging 2 shots and 2 blocks a game, you're looking at a total of 2 points. So really, with an extra shot or an extra block, he makes value. So I don't mind that too much. And Gibson, I'm not going to play him, but I would never talk you guys off of playing him because obviously Gibson is playing out of his mind right now, and he's certainly 100% in play. Let's go ahead and jump out of this game here, and we will jump into the next game. We have the Ottawa Senators heading into Las Vegas to take on the Las Vegas Golden Knights. We have a over-under of 6 in this game, and Vegas is a minus 240 favorite. Home favorite, obviously. Vegas. Let me start with Ottawa here. I think Ottawa's in play here. And I think a lot, 90% of me is telling you right now that I'm playing them. Maybe it's crazy, maybe it's stupid, but I don't care. I'm playing Ottawa here. And I'm not playing the top line. I'm going to mention him: Mikhail Boddicker, Matt Duchene, Colin White. They're in play, man. Period. I think they're in play. They're producing enough to make those prices worth it. And you never know what you're going to get out of Vegas. I don't care what anybody says, man. I play them, they suck. I don't play them, they play good. That's exactly the way it's been going for Jared and I, too, with Boston. Same way, man. We're off Boston. These guys are crushing. We're on Boston, man. They can't score a goal. I cannot believe that I played Boston today and they got shut out by Carey Price in the Montreal Canadiens at home. Like, man, variance. I'm going to say it like that. I say it time and time again. Jared and I talk about this all the time. We're always saying it to each other when we're getting pissed off on, at ourselves because, playing the DFS, it's like riding a wave, man. There's ups and downs, and it's you can't get too down when you're in the bottom of that valley, and you can't ride that high too high when you're on top of that mountain, man, because dude, it's just a matter of one day, man. One day, and you could be absolutely crushing, and the following day, man, you're like, okay, I'm on this streak. I crushed yesterday. Let me go ahead and play a little heavier today, man. And you hit absolutely nothing, dude. Your little your little score trackers at the bottom of the lineups, man, and the contest the whole time. It's variance. Last night I posted a 50.90 score in a GPP, right? Can't remember how big the GPP was. I think it was somewhere around like 4,000 people or some shit like that. Dude, 67th. 50 points, man. 50.9. I literally took 2 zeros in my lineup, too. Um, if I remember, I'll take a screenshot of that and try to post it on DFS Quarry. But I had 2 zeros in that lineup, still scored almost 51 points, finished 67th, man. That was quite disappointing. The winning score that took that contest down was 59.4. So we're getting there, guys. Stats are starting to come around, but like that, just that being said, last night I posted 50.9. Today, I'm not even close to 30. I mean, it's disgusting. It pisses me off, but that's the way it goes. But back to the game here. Ottawa Senators, that was my little sidetrack rant for the day, and I'm done. Boddicker, Duchesne, and White is in play, but not for me. Zingle, Tierney, and Stone is where I'm going. These guys are all beautifully priced, all under 5,500. Stone is the most expensive at 5,400. The other two are under 5K. Great. I like it a lot. That's where I'm heading. Hint, hint. I like Ottawa here. I don't think they're going to win this game. I don't think. But I think that they keep it close enough that it's relevant. So if this game goes over the 6, I think you're looking at a 4-3, maybe a 5-3 game with an empty netter at the end for Vegas, somewhere around there. But I really think that this second line that we're looking at here for Ottawa is 100% in play. I do like them. As far as everything else goes, no. I mean, Formenton's fine. I wouldn't yell at you for playing him. That's okay. 2,900 for forward. That's fine for a winger. Sometimes you need that winger savings. Defensively here, what do I got wrote down? Thomas Shabbat here. He is on a power play. But, dude, I like this Cody Ceci right here, man. He's getting 22 minutes of ice time, right? 13 blocks and 8 shots, man. You know what I mean? Over the last 5 games. So his floor over the last 5 games is almost value anyway. Just take one of those shots to go in. This cat is exceeding value drastically at 3,700. I do think he's in play. I don't mind Weidman here either. He gets some power play time at 2,900. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Don't like the top power play unit because they split them up. I prefer the second power play unit. If you're gonna want to stack a whole entire power play unit up on DraftKings, I would much rather see you guys take the second line. That's where I would go. Craig Anderson was such. If it is him in the net that's starting, that's a large spread. That makes me nervous. That Vegas is favored by so much. Excuse me. Yeah. I'm gonna have to dive into Anderson a little bit more tomorrow, I think, and let you guys know on Twitter and see if I'm gonna go there. As of right now, I don't think I'm gonna go there. Fleury in the net for Vegas. I don't have any interest in him. With his highly interested in that second line as I am with Ottawa there. That I like that second line a lot, man. Both second lines. I like the second line at even strength, and I like the second power play unit too. So Ottawa's in play for me. I think they're worth a shot here. Anyway, Vegas. Again, we discussed this last night about you guys coming on here watching the videos. You see us talking over and over and over again about the same guys all the time. It's because the same guys play all the time, and the same guys score all the time. So it's Marcia Salt, it's Carlson, it's Riley Smith for me, and for Vegas that top line. The second line is much more affordable with Pacioretty, Hala, and Took. Everybody knows I'm not much of a fan here of Hala. I just prefer pairing Pacioretty and Toke together if I'm just going to go that way. Off that third line, you could take a look at Cody Eakin. He's getting definitely enough ice time at 3,800 to make value. I wouldn't have a problem with that at all. Nothing off the. Oh, I tell you what, I can't say. I was about to say nothing off that fourth line for me, but Ryan Reeves, man, I you know with Vegas being a late playing team for the most part, I get to watch more of their games because they're still going on after I'm done doing this and whatnot, and kind of just laying in bed trying to fall asleep, whatever. Go to sleep watching these guys. Ryan Reeves, man, if you watch him, not necessarily look at the stats on him, just watch him. This guy's playing incredibly fast, man. He had 2 goals the other night. This guy is I like him at 2,700. I think he's got a large chance of scoring multiple goal games at any given time. And the best part about him is not too many people ever dip down here for wingers that cheap. So I mean, his ownership is near nil in contests. So if you get a chance and dig into him, see what you think, maybe pull up some YouTube videos and watch this guy a little bit. Reeves is pretty impressive. I like him a lot. Not certain I'm going to play him tomorrow, but that doesn't mean that I won't play him because I will play him. Defensively, I only have interest in Theodore here. Everybody else is doing what they're supposed to do, which is fine. But that's just not enough for me to have interest in. And England is back. I didn't see that. Great. England's back. If he is, if he did come back, he's not getting much ice time yet. When was this last updated? 26. So if England is back, I guess you could take a look there. But it looks like they're going to ease him back into the game situation here. So maybe other than Paul Stastny, maybe we're looking at Detroit getting healthy here. Let's take a look. See, yeah, and that's all they got left on the injury report here is Stastny. Okay. And again, Marc-Andre Fleury. I mean, if you want to play him. I don't have a problem with that. And won't talk you off him. But I do not have any interest in him because I'm highly interested in Ottawa. I like that England price. That's what I'm looking for here. What was that price again? 3,100. 8 minutes of ice time, almost 9 minutes of ice time. 3 shots, 7 blocks. Paired up with Theodore. Who's getting power play time? Colin Miller. Huh. Yeah, I kind of have some interest in England there. I was a fan of him last year. I played him a lot, so gotta investigate that one there a little bit, and we'll see how that works out for us. But that's it, guys. That's going to wrap up our last game here. We're going to go ahead and dive into the other game. I won't lie. I had already wrote down my picks and whatnot so we could just keep moving here and get this done. Like I said, I do have work in the morning, so I'm going to need to get out of here rather quick. Probably be cracking my eyes about 5 a.m., right around there. Diamond Stack. Not San Jose line 2, guys. I told you, no way I could do it, and I'm not going to do it. I am going with Ottawa Senators line 2. Jared, I hope you like this, man. Dzingel, Tierney, Stone. I'm all over it. I'm loving every minute of it. These guys are scoring. They're going to put up 3 goals tomorrow between the 3 of them, and obviously we're going to get the assist out of that. So yes, give me all the Ottawa line 2. Love it. Snowflake stack. I am going with Bertuzzi, Larkin, and Helm from Detroit. They're line 1. With them going up against Dallas. Whatever. Bishop is great. Dallas has a pretty good defensive team. And that leads me into my Boulder Award. The only one that I thought was absolutely in play of the whole slate is Ben Bishop. That's who I'm going to take. I don't think anyone else is in play. So Bishop is my pick. And quick overview of the slate. Let's work backwards. I like Ottawa and Vancouver for offense. Or not. I'm sorry. I like Ottawa and Vegas for offense. Both sides there. But for me, you guys haven't noticed yet, it's Ottawa. I'm on them, dude. I like Ottawa a lot tomorrow. Call it a hunch. Whatever, man. I'm just on them. I am going to run them heavy. San Jose Anaheim game, it's San Jose for me. If you go towards the Anaheim side, I get it, I guess. But I'm not interested. Gibson he's playing incredible. If you think that he can keep it up all year, great. But I don't think he can, just because of variance and bad luck. And just things not going right. Anything could throw these guys off, man. So it's more San Jose for me. I think they're finally meshing together real well now, and I think I'd like to see some real goals out of them. But the 5.5 over under, fine, whatever. 3-2, San Jose. Edmonton, Chicago. I think you can game stack this game if you so choose to do so. Both teams are on a back-to-back, but if it is Cam Ward, give me all the Edmonton, and I'll run it back with 1 or 2 guys from Chicago, but I want all the Edmonton if we're getting Cam Ward for Chicago. New York Islanders and Carolina Hurricanes. I think there's offense both sides of this game too. Yeah, I do. I like both sides. I'm not gonna, whatever. Carolina probably wins this game 4-2. If it's Scott Darling in the net for Carolina, I have less interest in the Islanders then. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Make sure it is Darling. So yeah, there's offense to be had in this game. And the first game, Dallas and Detroit. It's Dallas for me. Dallas and Bishop. It's all Dallas. There's an over under 6 in this game. Dallas is a minus 147 favorite. It's all Dallas. I don't like Detroit. I'm not going to play Detroit. If I want off from Detroit, Athanasiou and Chalowski defensively, that's it. And that's it, guys. That's all I got. 5-game slate for a Sunday. Probably going to be the only people out here putting out a video for a Sunday. Everybody else has a life, and I don't, is what it is. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down anyway, whatever. Share the video, man. That'd be great. I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. Be awesome. We're picking up a little bit, with Twitter followers here. Get me at JoeMiner3131. You can get my co-partner Jared, who's also my younger brother. You can get him at JSMiner87 on the Twitter machine. And you can obviously get the channel here at DFS Quarry on Twitter. So go ahead, come over and follow us, man. Shoot the shit with us. We'll talk picks and plays all day long. Don't matter. And like and share the video, man. Appreciate it. We really do. You don't understand how much. We're getting up there in subscribers. Man. It's working out real well. To be honest, we kind of coming into this, man, we figured, if we could get 5 or 6 views a night, maybe 10 views a night, we'd be okay with it. We're exceeding that. Views slowed down here lately. I don't know if that's because of basketball picking back up. Because at the beginning, when we first started, we were really up there in views, getting real nice amount of views, and everything was, man, we were just amazed. And when the NBA season finally kicked in full strength, it seemed to kind of slow down hockey wise. And I think if you noticed, hockey's now that it's slowed down some, it's more competitive DFS wise. You're getting guys in here who know hockey, which is great, man. And they know how to play DFS, so it's very competitive. I like it that way. Uh, really makes us think. It makes the game fun because for me, it's more than picking. It's strategizing. It's doing all the little things extra that make the game go well for us. All right, so that's it, guys. I'll be back on again tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, running another solo show. You can hit me up on the Twitter machine. Let's say starting 6 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday. I'll be at it from then, man, all the way up until lock, no problem. And then I'll be on here afterwards. So appreciate everybody who views the video. Like it, share it, do all that fun stuff. Shout out to Nurse Kev and shout out to Mitch, guys. You guys have been with us for a long time here, man. Suggesting picks and stuff like that too. I appreciate that. Both you guys, man, discuss a lot of stuff with Nurse Kev all day long on Twitter. Man, he's a lot of fun. Guy knows his stuff. Pays attention to the sport too, man. And that's what we're trying to do here. Build a community. If we get enough guys, chatting back and forth, man, and talking about picks, dude. Because that's where it's really won. Maybe I'm overlooking something, or maybe I don't have enough time to watch all the games and all the plays and all that shit. You know what I mean? But you're seeing it. And if you're seeing it, help us out, man. I mean, that's all we're trying to do. Give us a shout out, man. I appreciate it. So, all right, man. With that being said, I'm done. That's all I got for you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Good luck in your slates on Sunday. If you're playing football or NASCAR, good luck there too. Maybe I'll play a little bit of football, but I don't get into NASCAR too much. There's way, 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 way too much variance for me. One crash could take out your whole lineup, and you are literally not having a good day, or whatever else you think I was going to say. But either way,